Sunday, October 15th, 2023, afternoon edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning in to the Future of News, AGNDD Intellireport. As always, I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in summarizing the news. Without further ado, here are the headlines of the day. 1. Deadly blast hits Gaza evacuation route in CNN report. 2. Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF push after court ruling. 3. Ferrari to accept crypto payments in the U.S. 4. Superfoods for longevity and healthy living. 5. Rockets intercepted, explosion rocks Tel Aviv, terrifying moment. 6. Jessica Pegula versus Janina Wickmayer, Seoul semifinal, and more. But first, let's take a look at this day in history.
October 15th in history. October 15th, 1529. The siege of Vienna ends when Austria routs the invading Ottoman forces, ending its European expansion. October 15th, 1582. Adoption of the Gregorian calendar begins, eventually leading to near universal adoption.
Today's obituaries. Oleg Antropovs was a Latvian volleyball player and coach. He passed away at the age of 75. Antropovs achieved Olympic champion status in 1968 and later became the head coach of the men's national team of Russia in 1998. MS Gill was an Indian civil servant and politician. He recently passed away at the age of 87. He held several important positions during his career, including Chief Election Commissioner of India, Member of Parliament, and Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports. Gill was particularly recognised for his contributions in the implementation of electronic voting machines. Ghulam Nabi Kayal was an Indian Kashmiri poet and essayist. He passed away at the age of 80. Kayal authored many books and was the recipient of the Sahitya Akademi Award, which he returned as a form of protest. Giselle Cowrie, brief Wikipedia summary. Summary. Giselle Cowrie, a Lebanese journalist who worked for BBC Arabic and Sky News Arabia, has passed away at the age of 62 after battling cancer. Milan, brief Wikipedia summary. The article states that Milan, a 54-year-old Indian art director known for his work on movies such as Billa, Velayudham and Vedalam, passed away due to a heart attack. Gwyn Richards, brief Wikipedia summary. The article announces the death of Gwyn Richards, a Welsh cricketer who played for Glamorgan. He was 71 years old at the time of his death. Cesare Rimini, 91, Italian lawyer, journalist and writer. Andy Bean was a professional golfer who passed away at the age of 70 as a result of complications from lung replacement surgery. Throughout his career, Bean achieved great success, securing victory in 11 PGA Tour events and 3 events on the Champions Tour. He proudly represented the United States as a member of the Ryder Cup team in both 1979 and 1987.
And now on to today's news.
General news.
Deadly blast hits Gaza evacuation route after Israel issues deadline, CNN.
Israeli forces have warned that they may soon launch significant ground operations in their fight against Hamas, following a week of airstrikes in Gaza. Israeli troops and military equipment have amassed at the border with Gaza, and warplanes continue to bombard the area. The United Nations has warned of a humanitarian catastrophe if mass evacuation takes place under siege conditions, and healthcare facilities have refused to comply with evacuation orders, stating they do not have the means to move their patients. The Rafah border crossing, the only passage not controlled by Israel, remains closed, leaving foreign nationals and humanitarian aid unable to enter Gaza.
Terrifying moment. Rockets intercepted, explosion rocks Tel Aviv. News 9, News 9 Live.
Louvre Museum in Paris was evacuated after a threat. France is currently under high alert, CBS News.
The Louvre Museum and Versailles Palace in France were evacuated due to bomb threats. The government has increased security after a fatal school stabbing and is deploying 7,000 troops. No incidents or injuries have been reported, and the museums have apologized for any inconvenience caused.
Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF push. What's next after court ruling stands? Bloomberg.
The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, will not appeal a ruling that allows Grayscale Investments to convert its Bitcoin trust into an exchange-traded fund, ETF. Analysts are now speculating on how the process will unfold, as Grayscale aims to create the first U.S. ETF investing directly in Bitcoin. The SEC is reportedly not planning any further appeals in the case.
Live updates from the 2023 annular solar eclipse. Weather.com, the Weather Channel.
The article discusses the annular solar eclipse that occurred on October 14, 2023. It mentions that cloud cover impeded viewing in some regions, but parts of North, Central, and South America had the chance to see the eclipse. It also emphasizes the importance of using proper equipment to view the eclipse safely. The article concludes by mentioning that the next annular solar eclipse visible from the United States won't happen until June 21, 2039.
Business news.
Palestine's growing tech industry has been literally blown apart by the war between Israel and Hamas. TechCrunch.
The war between Israel and Hamas has devastated Palestine's growing tech industry. Gaza, which had emerged as a tech hub, attracting international companies and investments, has seen its tech ecosystem destroyed. The physical, economic, and societal destruction has left the future of the tech industry in doubt.
The labor shortage is here for one reason, and it's quiet quitting: Yahoo Finance.
A recent study suggests that the drop in labor supply during the pandemic is not due to a decrease in the number of workers, but rather workers cutting back on their hours. The study found that 55% of the drop in labor supply was due to a decline in hours, particularly among highly educated men in intensive jobs. This quiet quitting phenomenon has allowed workers to reevaluate their work-life balance and spend more time with family. The advent of hybrid or remote work has also supported this trend, giving workers the flexibility to work less when the work is not there.
Ferrari to accept crypto payments in the U.S., Cointelegraph.
Luxury car brand Ferrari will start accepting cryptocurrency payments for its sports cars in the United States, with plans to expand to Europe. The move is in response to market demand and requests from dealers, including from crypto-savvy young investors. Ferrari will partner with BitPay for payment processing and will convert cryptocurrency payments into fiat currency to shield dealers from price fluctuations. The company aims to connect with potential buyers beyond its usual clientele and plans to introduce cryptocurrency payments in Europe by early 2024.
Technology news.
Ranked Update Season 5 Halo. Official site and Halo Waypoint.
The article discusses the upcoming changes to Ranked Play in Halo Infinite Season 5. One of the major changes is the introduction of the Bandit Evo as the new starting weapon, replacing the M392 Bandit. The Bandit Evo has improved range, reduced bloom and recoil, and a decreased rate of fire. The article also mentions the return of the extraction game mode from Halo 4 and the introduction of a new map called Forbidden for Ranked Play.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director Naoki Hamaguchi interview, RPG fan.
The article is an interview with Naoki Hamaguchi, the director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Hamaguchi discusses the difficulty of incorporating new and returning characters into the game's combat system, the inclusion of minigames in the Gold Saucer, and the synergy team attacks between characters. He also mentions that each character will have their own skill tree to develop new abilities.
Sports news.
Jessica Pegula versus Janina Wickmeyer, 2023 Seoul semifinal. Match highlights, WTA.
Health news.
Nutritionists say you should be having this supplement every day for over 30 to support your metabolic function. Yahoo Life.
The article discusses the role of coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, in supporting metabolism and maintaining energy levels, particularly for individuals over 30. CoQ10 is involved in the production of ATP, the body's primary energy currency. It can be supplemented through capsules or soft gels or obtained from foods such as fatty fish, organ meats, and whole grains.
Illinois identifies first measles case since 2019, public health officials say.
The first case of measles in Illinois since 2019 has been confirmed by public health officials. The infected person was not vaccinated and was exposed to the virus overseas. Officials are identifying possible exposure locations and urging those who are unvaccinated to get immunized.
What superfoods increase longevity? Foods for a long, healthy life. Deseret News.
Eating superfoods like cruciferous vegetables, olive oil, berries, and nuts can increase lifespan and improve overall health. Cruciferous vegetables may lower the risk of certain cancers, while olive oil is associated with lower mortality rates. Berries have been linked to a reduced risk of heart attack and slower cognitive decline, while nuts are linked to a longer lifespan.
Entertainment news.
Jada Pinkett Smith didn't realize that Will Smith hit Chris Rock until she was told he's not going to press charges. From The Hollywood Reporter.
The article discusses NBC's exclusive sit-down interview with Jada Pinkett Smith for Jada's Story, an NBC News special with Hoda Kotb. The interview covers various topics, including Pinkett Smith's relationship with Tupac Shakur, her struggles with depression, her entanglement with August Alsina, and her separation from husband Will Smith since 2016. Pinkett Smith also addresses the controversy surrounding the slap incident at the 2022 Oscars and the perception of a phony show in her marriage with Will Smith. She concludes by expressing her belief in her worthiness of love and good things in her life.
The Sandlot actor Marty York's mother was murdered in Northern California. The suspect has been apprehended. This news is brought to you by KTLA Los Angeles.
Marty York, known for his role in The Sandlot, confirmed on social media that his mother, Deanna Esmail, was murdered in her Northern California home. A manhunt was launched for the suspect, Daniel James Walter, who was eventually captured in Oregon. Marty York expressed his grief and anger in an Instagram post.
Yellowstone star Kevin Costner gambles on next monster hit with his own money. Fox Business.
Kevin Costner's upcoming film series, Horizon: An American Saga, has cost him over $20 million in personal expenses. The four-part epic, set during the expansion of the American West, has been in the works for nearly 30 years and is scheduled for release in 2024. Costner has mortgaged his $50 million home and expects to receive significant compensation from the films to cover his investments. This is not the first time Costner has funded his own projects, having previously done so for films like Dances with Wolves.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Intellireport. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.